All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thanks for being here. Happy Thursday. I've got several things I could be doing tonight. So during the course of the thing, if there's something you'd like to ask or jump over to or start up or whatever, just let me know in the chat and we'll get started on it. But I'm going to start by working on, and of course, none of these cameras work, as always. So I'm probably going to have to move to Prism because this is, again, just, I don't know how you can have a piece of software that prides itself on this and it not work. So anyway, it's working now. We'll just keep an eye on it. But so this weekend I've got an event where we're displaying at Austin Beer Works, and it's Bricks and Brews. And I wanted to bring my Horizon Zero Dawn setup. So to start tonight, this fell apart a little bit. These guys are just worthless. These plants, I don't know how to make them work better. But they just absolutely have like the worst clutch power, and they're constantly getting knocked off things. So like every time I do something with these plants, you got to take them apart. These things get knocked all over the place. You got to try to remember where they got put, and then, you know, whatever. So anyway, this whole ruin of a building kind of fell apart in transit from the last time, so I'm going to try to put it back together. And in the process, maybe we'll figure out another something that we can do tonight. Maybe continuing on designing some of the new machines from Forbidden West, and we'll just go from there. So this shouldn't take long, honestly. I just need to put it back in place. There's pieces that fell off. I kind of need to remember where they all went because it's been a hot second since I put this all together. So, but let me know how you're doing in chat when you get in. Today's beer is by the Texas Beer Company. Out of Taylor, Texas. It says they're Oktoberfest because it's Oktoberfest. And it's a Marzen. So Marzens are always my favorite type lately. I've gone through phases. And okay, not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. So this thing is really, really dicey. And trying to remember how I had it together in the first place. Yeah, see, all of this is kind of just coming apart. So this was definitely on top of something. But I didn't, a lot of this didn't get what's it called? Originally didn't get put together well. Not refirmed. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not firmed up. Anyway, I can't think of the word now, so I think that goes there. Yeah, this may all have to be rebuilt because this is all falling apart. And I don't know why it stayed together so long. It doesn't look like it should be Okay, well, you know what? We're starting all over. So these two pieces go on opposite sides of each other. That's all I know. We're just going to put that there. This piece is a big heavy piece that serves no purpose other than it needs to be in there, and I need to redo some of this because it's not... Oh, that's good. Boy, everything's working tonight. Got a bunch of fragile Brown in here too. Hi, Melissa, Missy. How are you? Thanks for being here. While this all falls apart on me. Hopefully I've got some bits and bobs in here I can use. Trying to keep this all together as much as possible, but it doesn't look like it wants to. So we're going to just try to make it a little more firmed up. I want it to remain intact as much as possible. Okay. Plants and stuff I'm not worried about, but I want to make sure to get... And I don't remember where this went. Here? I don't think it was more than 2 plates. So let's just assume it's not. I'm gonna put that there. So yeah, this completely fell apart. It fell apart so bad, I don't know how it made it to the place, how it made it to Brick Rodeo in the first place, so. All right, and this went on the back side. So let's put this on the back side. This is a little bit I put on there. So this is part of the game. When you get up to the top of any tall space, they usually have a rappel point, and you can just walk up to basically this corner of it, and you'll get a triangle prompt to say rappel off, and she jumps off and throws her little thing up there and jumps off. So I think this was supposed to be like this. And I think that goes like this. But I think this is supposed to be turned. So let's do that. Again, I don't really know where this went. So let's put it right here. There's a whole bunch of things that are like sticking on this somehow. Okay, that's not really what I wanted. I think this is supposed to be a little higher up. Oh, and that's a thing that doesn't come off real easily. So let's fix that. I'm gonna run out of these little pieces back here. Be right back. So I'm hoping I can fix some of these with just some 1x whatever plates to hold it in place. How are you doing, Misty? How's things? How are you with your? Have you started on something for the monthly meeting yet? Okay, that's all firmed up. That's all firmed up. That's kind of firmed up. That's good. This could probably go up, I think. Let's see. Okay, this was in the back, and this was up front. So I'm missing a leg of some kind. Oh, there's a leg. So this leg went here, which means this will have to be... I don't know why I thought this was all going to be so stable and I wasn't putting anything on it to hold it. And then I'm shocked when it all falls apart. The Huzzah 72, how are you? I'm doing well, how are you? Good, tired from work, worked 9 hours. Oof. Haven't started mock for the... Yeah, I haven't either. I know what I want to do, but I haven't started yet. Okay, that's gonna have to come off so we can fix this. And I notice the camera's not working again. POS. I fail to believe that it's a Windows bus issue. I think OBS is just a peel crap. And I think I'm tired of it. I think I'm over it. I think I'm gonna move to Prism. Cool. So what's everybody up to? What's their evenings like right now? What are you building? What are you watching? What'd you have for dinner? This is gonna go right about here. And this is gonna go right about here. We're just gonna kind of do that. And hope that it all stays on. You have an idea for it? Cool. I think this is supposed to go further up. Chicken for dinner. Winner, winner. Literally. Don't think that was going there. I think maybe like that. This isn't the piece that needs to go in there. We had tortellini and salad. Wow, the places I think this needs to go. It's just gonna have to be redone. That works pretty well there. Resting, watching you on the living room TV so mom doesn't have to look over my shoulder. Aw, means my head's giant. Probably. Chicken tamales. Yeah, this model is a tragic example of how not to build a mock that you want to take to a show. It was so flimsy and floppy. I think this goes back here somewhere. And this will need to attach up here somewhere. Maybe. Or not? Is that stable? I almost just want it to like be like that. That piece is broken. This is got just handfuls of these plants that I got to reattach. once this is all fixed. So once this is done, thinking maybe I do have the roses to build. I got the roses this weekend. Oh, so this was kind of fun. Last week I got some classic space, some dark blue classic space from the Lego store in their Build-A-Brick section. This is the only one I got dark blue pants with. And then you have to get like heads and hair pieces and stuff. So I thought I'd mix it up and get some things I normally don't get. This guy's got kind of a funky hairdo. And then he's got, I thought this would go well with like some Star Wars stuff or the steampunk thing we're doing. So I grabbed that. And then I just had to get one with a mohawk. This guy's super cool. And then these pants are really rad too, the dual colored. I think that would go good with a kit bash of a Star Wars character, or again the steampunk thing we're doing. And then of course you get accessories. So I got a couple. The only two animals I really had were a dog and a cat. And then I got a toolbox, which I don't have a toolbox, so I thought it was pretty cool. So those are fun to get. I got those with the roses. Roses we'll do Sunday, I figure. It'll be fun. Chill morning flower bit. And then back to designing some stuff. So I think this guy went... There's a squirrel here. So I think he went up here somewhere. This guy's too low. Yeah, I think this came up like that. That's better. And maybe too far away. And this guy was up here like this, I feel like. Nope. Went to get a few more dark blue space torsos. Oh, you want to? Yeah. I only need, like, I'm not a army builder. I just need the one to put with the other, you know, to show off the army buildingness. This guy went here. So this will have to be that distance. So this guy does have to move a little closer. Maybe there? I don't know how this worked. Let's move this guy up. I need it to work. I don't need it to work as it did before. I just need it to work now. However it was before is now history. It just needs to work now. So, that's all right with me. I'm excited about, speaking of this game, so there has been a news reports out about from the State of Play, PlayStation State of Play, about Horizon getting Zero Dawn getting a remaster, and everything has all the images have already been out, and nobody's happy with it. So I have two. I'd like to get two more. Just have a few. I don't need like 50. And I mean, I only have like one orange and one purple and one pink. So I mean, I don't need a ton either. I just like having, I put my little spaceman setup over there. I just like having that. Oh, this was supposed to be way over here. Oh, this may screw up everything else. Yeah, this was supposed to be like in this area. Oh, and that's true because that's the entrance to it. Okay, so maybe we can slide all this over. Maybe turn it. Because this was supposed to be like covered up by all this stuff over here. And this was supposed to be the entryway into the old building, so. I don't want to break it too much, so whatever doesn't work. And then maybe we could move these over just a skosh. So yeah, Zero Dawn getting the remastering treatment. And I don't exactly know what that entails other than it's going to look nicer. They're not really going to do a whole lot from what I've been told, from what I've read. They're not going to do a whole lot else to the game itself. Like, there's not going to be a new DLC for it or anything, but there may be some added lines of dialogue or something like that. I don't think they're adding any new cutscenes or anything like that, so don't expect like a huge change. Because honestly, I played the game like 3 or 4 months ago, and it's still better than Star Wars Outlaws. Like, I'm sad how bad Star Wars Outlaws was by comparison. I think this went here. I mean, it was not good comparatively. Which is kind of sad, but, you know, whatever. This needs to be on there better. So we'll do this. Do we have a 3 of anything? No, let's do this then. I was trying to keep this like, originally trying to keep it like a little bit ephemeral in that, you know, oh, it's broken. Look how spindly and rickety it is, but I think in hindsight, I should have just made it a little more robust. And I think the different colors and whatnot would have made it more, would have indicated how rickety and stuff it is, so. It doesn't actually need to fall apart on me while I'm building it. Alright, that's a little more stable. That feels better. Okay, what is this up here? That's good. That's good. That's good. That's not. Oh no, that's fine. Okay. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So yeah, State of Play came out. Yeah, and this is too far apart. Dang it. So they had this. They also had, which I'm very excited about, they had a Ghost of Yotei, which is a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm very excited to see that. That game was really good, and I'm glad I was able to play it. It was kind of a natural transition from Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. It was just a really good game. I really liked it, and the sequel, Ghost of Yotei, I don't think I'm saying that right, looks amazing. So I'm very happy that it's getting a sequel. I'm also very happy that, what's her name? Erika. Is it Erika Ashi? What's her name from College Humor Dropout? Ishii. Erika Ishii. Ishii is the main voice actor. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And that's 2025, I think they said. So, all right, this is more stable. I'm happy that it's more stable. That's wobbly, but that's fine. It's not, it's wobbly okay. It's an okay wobbly. So now we got to put all these plants and everything back on it. And we can move on to other things. I did realize that there's certain ways to phrase, it's not Ghost of Tsushima, it's Ghost of Tsushima. You don't say the long I in that. It's almost missing from that. And that was from watching some Olympics and realizing that a lot of the commentators were mispronouncing the Japanese athletes' names. So I did some research on some things and made sure that I was doing that right. Tsushima. I had a friend who goes to Japan a lot, and he's talking about that too. And he's like, "Man, we just don't get it." I'm like, "No, we don't. We are bad gaijin. We do not understand those." Yeah, that's also true. There's not like Chinese where there's all inflections all over the place, and you can say horse or mom depending on how you organize that. Okay, I don't care about that. This has always been sort of ad hoc, putting this stuff on to make sure it works. There are no real... Me? You what? Did I say something? This can go over here. So the latest Agatha show episode is out, and it was fantastic. It's a lot of fun. I really liked the song they played at the end. That was a lot of fun. It was the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and they are singing off with their head. So that was cool. Yeah, just for no reason, we'll put that in there. All right, a lot better. That's more stable. I'm here for it. There's some tubes and stuff that I took out here for some other things, but I don't really feel the need to put it back on there. So they were attached up here, and I went down here, and it kind of... I don't think I have them readily available, or I'll just throw them back up in here, but that's fine. Okay, so... He does. Does it mean Mephisto? Does it mean somebody else? We shall see. So if Teen is in there and he's got an M in his mouth and he's a shard of Mephisto, what does that mean? Where's the other one? Because he's going to be, I'm assuming if that's the case, he's Wicca. And then there's another child who is a speedster. So, all right, so that's cool. Less wobbly. Still has the yellow path that she crawls up. Right? Gets over here, jumps over here. Right? Climbs up the yellow path. This is just like in the game where you can see in Forbidden West. Actually, it's not in Zero Dawn, but you can see kind of the yellow outline of the path that you walk up. And then you can jump over to this section right here. And then there's the area where you bungee off. Once you've got the special thing in there, the little cup, which is game appropriate. The what's it's called? The relics, the ancient relics, they're all cups. It's really funny. What's up, James? How's it going? Well, no, she had two kids. There was Wiccan and or Wicca or whatever, and then the speedster. I forget what the kid's name was. So I'm wondering if Teen is one of those, if there's going to be a second one at some point. All right, that goes back in the box and it's ready for Saturday. Sweet. I'm excited. All right, so here's what's happening now. We are now going to do design stuff. Question is, what are we doing? Are we going to do Q2 Stadium? Are we going to do Horizon stuff? Or are we going to do a Star Wars microfighter? What do you guys want to see? I don't really have a vote up because, you know, 5 people in here. It doesn't really matter, but, you know, whatever you guys want. I'm patching Studio as we speak. I don't really have anything on deck for a Star Wars microfighter. I am also looking forward to this weekend. I think it'll be fun. I have to remind myself not to drink beer all day. So I'm going to try to like get some regular food in me for breakfast, do like a protein bar or something for lunch, have lots of water, then maybe start about 3 o'clock. All right. Chris says Star Wars. Let's see what's first vote. So I've got a list. I don't think this saved last time, so let me double check something. To design, no, already designed. Where's my built? Designed, it was a, what did we do last time? It was the Wayfarer. No, not the Wayfarer, the Trailblazer. Did I call it the Trailblazer or just Trailblazer? Didn't call it anything. So it's not in here, which means I didn't save it. This design mine. Okay, cool. So this is going to be the Trailblazer, but we don't count the, I don't think. So we'll put it in here, Trailblazer. KVS. Right? Was that her name? KVS? So that one's done. So we'll save that. I like how when you reinstall it, I had to reinstall. Oh, you want to know something funny? I figured out. So last time I was doing the stream, I was designing in Q2, and let me show you. I'll show you what I've been working on with this, and then we'll roll over to Star Wars stuff. But if you were watching last time, there was an area that I was trying to figure out why it wasn't attaching certain pieces, and there was nothing in there. Turns out there was a corrupted file, and Studio was great. They're like, you must have been playing with pieces or something like that, and renamed something, or you went into the files and changed something. I'm like, I'm not that kind of like tweaking my programs and stuff like that. So anyway, I finished this section. This section's all done. All the seats are numbered right. That's all how they are laid out and everything. The problem I was running into is that these 1x2 slopes were corrupt for some reason. The model was the model of that part was bad. So what had happened is they all showed up in the parts list over here as untitled model. So I was scrolling through here because I was looking for color discrepancies and whatever. And I'm like, why does that say untitled model? So what was happening is I was moving this whole section back and forth, but because these things weren't real, but you could drag them, like you could type in 1x2 slope, right? And this right here would be blank. This whole section, this whole part thing, and you can't see it's under the chat, but this whole part would be blank. But you could still drag it and put it out there. And then if you tried to put something on top of it, it wouldn't let you, but you couldn't see anything. So it was this like quantum particle kind of hanging out in the middle of the model. And so no matter what I did, I was like, well, I can't move this around. I can't put this piece here. So I uninstalled and reinstalled it, took care of it. And then I see all these slopes back here, right? Now it rebuilt it. Now it knows where they are. So I was able to fix it all. So I'm pretty happy about how this turned out. The expanding the plates in between the bricks worked pretty well in kind of making that a little taller. So it looks pretty close to the actual thing now. I finished these two sections over here. I need to put walls on these two sides here, and then finish up like the accessible seating areas along here. And then just a matter of figuring out how to kind of keep them up here. So angled at this kind of thing. So I've been playing with ideas of having like some of these plates in here be 2x8 or 2x6 or something like that. So it can create like hooks or places for hinges. But also so I could have things behind it to have plates or something behind it to keep it from being smushed or falling in on itself. So, but this seems, it's not unstable, but it's, you know, when it's just a bunch of bricks stacked on top of each other. What I might also do is go back in here and redo, I'll alternate. So this is like, this starts with a 4 and then a 2 and then a 4 and then a 2. So they aren't as unstable, but with the plates in there, it's a lot better. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's just, you know, going to be a matter of keeping up with it. What might happen is the seating area. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plates, probably about that big. You can't see what my arms are doing, but it's probably about that big, right? For that seating area. I'm probably going to try to figure out ways to split these in sections so they can go on their own, so they can be built and kind of like carried on their own. Anything bigger than this is going to fall apart in transit. So, and I don't want to try to store this anywhere. So that's the next project, is trying to figure out how to break these up, how to make them individual pieces that can kind of go on their own and whatnot. So that's where it's going. And then, you know, use the same sort of, I have to go to the stadium again every so often for the games. I want to try to get better angles of how because this is a 50-degree angle. I was able to kind of eyeball it from being at the stadium last time. And I have pictures. I need to take more pictures of the rest of the seating so I know what angles those are. So yeah, so that's good. Anyway, the whole mystery of why I couldn't put these things back together up here was solved. So that's why I wanted to show you that. But all right, so we're going to do a Star War. Here's $20. Go see a Star War. I'm trying to think of a ship that I'd like to do that's been in something recently that might be fun to do. Star Wars Outlaws. What's up, Johnny? How's it going? Outlaws already did the ship from Outlaws. So all the video games should be done. The rest of these have just been added as I kind of run across them, but I don't really remember any. Well, U-Wing's already been... U-Wing's an official set. U-Wing is an official set. U-Wing is... They already did microfighters of that. These are the official... ones. I think I need to add... Oh, Razor Crest is already there. Yeah, so these are all official. These are the ones I've built that are not official. Some others that I've built. The poop wing. Oh, you mean Jabba's sail barge, as Johnny would say? So, one thing that'd be fun is that in the Build Your Galaxy, I think we did this last time. Microfighters. I did, the Dark Falcon, right? Because that was from the Design Your Universe, so we did this. So there's other ships in that universe that could be done. They could be defined as uglies. Ships from Rebuild the Galaxy or whatever. So there's like Y-Wings with Ewok wings on the side of it. There are TIE Fighters with X-Wing wings. Or no. Yeah, is it TIE Fighters with X-Wing wings or Y-Wing wings? There's X-Wings with TIE wings, which I've done most of these already. I'm trying to think of a couple other. There's the that Andor ship, like the landing craft, that did a couple different things, including having walker legs on it. That's fine. But like I've already done uglies. So I don't know that we need to do... Yeah, and uglies can be anything, right? Uglies can just be 2 or 3 things. Let's see if I've got them listed as ugly. View, sort by name. Yeah, so view extra large icons. Ugh. So yeah, we got some uglies here. I've already done like a TIE Interceptor X-Wing, a TIE Y-Wing, a Y-TIE, A-Wing Defender. This is the Ebon Hawk if it had like a bunch of TIE wings on it. That's a TIE B-Wing, B-TIE. This was a Calamari Cruiser mixed with a... I can't remember the names of those cruisers. Here's a snow speeder with some TIE wings, right? So I've already done a bunch of those, so I don't think we need to do that. The Ewok ones were pretty funny. But I don't know that that's so... I wonder if that's in there. Minus Lego. I don't want to see Lego. No. Rebuild the Galaxy. Maybe if I just did Rebuild the Galaxy minus Lego. Yeah, see, they've even got sets of this. So you can get sets that are these 2 sets. And the idea is you can take them apart and put them back together however you want, right? So they've got this and they've got the Dark Falcon. I don't think what they don't have... Pirate Ewoks. They had, or Ewok Y-Wings. So the Ewoks in Rebuild Your Galaxy were these pirates, and they basically had Y-wings that had like the Ewok glider wings on the side of it. It was pretty funny, but at the same time, I'm like, okay. So there's stuff to do if we wanted to, but I've already done a lot of the party wagon, Thai party wagon. There's a ship. There's a Thai ship. That is, it's basically a bomb. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was basically just, it was a remote piloted Thai ship with the Thai wings, and it would just go bomb something. It was like a very large cruise missile or something, but it was like a Thai class cruise missile. I would call that the party wagon. Like if I was a cheeky Imperial, I'd be like, load up the party wagon. It'd be like, what's his name? The guy from Iron Man who was the second fiddle to Tony Stark. What was his company's name? Sam Rockwell's character. He had the little thing that was called the ex-wife. Something like that. What's up, Greg? How goes it? Let's see. I've already done see, some of these I've done. I've done Hell's Anvil. Maybe let's do a non-Star Wars one. We could, oh, you know what we should do? Let's do the Defiant. The USS Defiant with Worf. Yeah. I like that. Let's do this one. That's a cool ship, right? Put Worf in the middle of that. How do we get Worf? So that's another thing to look up. Can I get a Worf figure from Minifigs Me? Worf Lego minifig. You got Bumblebee about a week ago? That's a good set. Like, I know it caught some flack. Its car mode is not great, but... So, Big Kid Bricks has this one. That's not awesome. I'd rather he have longer hair. Like, I would trade this out for, like, a ponytail or something. Like, here's a good one. That's really good. I like that. I don't like the shirt, but I like the, like, I'd trade up with, like, a really nice shirt and put that hair piece on it. So, anyway, it can be done. I would totally trade this out for a hair piece in the background, but Big Kid Bricks, they do a lot of good work like this. So let's see if we can do... Dark Falcon. So let's do this. Let's start with a Worf. Torso, yellow. Now, by the time he's in command of the Defiant, he was a lieutenant commander, right? Or was he a... He was a commander, so his command red. So let's do torso. Let's see if we can find one that's just got kind of like a cross print on it, something basic. You still can't find the Jaws set? Is it that sold out? Let's go look. Lego Jaws. First, we'll check here. Back order, okay. Shopping. eBay, you can get on eBay probably for three times as much as you want it. Let's go to Mercari. Lego Jaws. How much is the set normally? $150, so you don't want to pay more than sticker. So all this is too much. This one's open. Any usually allows you to, got it. set a price under, let's just say 200. Nah, I don't even want that. 150. All right, so not right off the bat, not seeing any. Go to Bricklink. Let's check that. More options. USA. Max price 150. Nope, nothing there. All right. 160. All right. Sure. I didn't realize it was such a popular set. I could see. I mean, do you have a store near you? You could call them, see if they've got one. I could call ours, see if we got one, and then I could mail it to you. All right, Wharf. So let's go look. Just need a basic torso with like, I don't know if I can find a, oh, you know what? Let's just not do that. Let's just do this. Oh. Yeah, let's just do this. Plain torso. And we'll do yellow. You know what? We're designing. I'm gonna turn these lights off. It's hard to see the screen. Oh, so much better. Sometimes they might have one. They might know when they're getting them back in stock. But if it's super popular, it might be like, yeah, you're SOL. Legs. But, you know, worth a shot. These are going to be black. And arm left. Arm right. Could the Defiant take out a Star Destroyer? So I've never really been up on like the weapon power of Star Wars versus Star Trek. I have a feeling the Enterprise could take out a Star Destroyer. And the only reason I think so is that Star Wars seems to be like battleship oriented, which means its guns are these big plasma bolts, right? And they're very inaccurate. Could I take out a Star Destroyer? No. I'll tell you what, though. I did when I was playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter back in the day, and there's like these dumb missions where you're an A-Wing and you're scouting a convoy and there's a Star Destroyer that comes in. And after you've played the game 3 or 4 times, you're like, you know what? Let's try this. And you go as fast as you can. You get right up on that Star Destroyer and it's too slow to shoot at you. So you just take out all its components one by one and it takes you like 2 hours. But you can do it. You can take out a Star Destroyer with an A-Wing. That's when you're like really bored. All right, so we need a head with a beard. And I know he's got head mustache. Mustache. I don't know how they're spelling mustache. This is probably going to be as close as we get. Because everything else is going to look like that. Head, beard. And it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be not happy. Yeah, Star Destroyers have so many weapons. But I think in terms of like, and I don't know speed, I think a Constitution class Enterprise level ship could probably outmaneuver it. and its energy level, I think, is greater than a Star Destroyer. But I think I think a Star Destroyer could overwhelm it, right? Plus, you got to rate like shield strength and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I think this is going to be the best one I'm going to get. Let's do that. And his hands and his head and everything are going to be brown. Brownish. Dark nougat. No, that's weird looking. Medium brown. There we go. Could Janeway beat the Emperor? If there was coffee in that nebula, she sure could. Oh, 100%. Although, I don't know. I think if the Death Star got its one good shot, then yes. But I also don't know how maneuverable the Death Star is. Is it battleship maneuverable? You know, is it... It obviously it has maneuvering capabilities through space, but I don't know how nimble it is. And then we want a hair with braid on it, so we can get one of these. It's not a ponytail. No. I think I'm going to be screwed on hair for him. Yeah, that's really good, that one. I didn't realize it had the bun in the back. Oh, that's pretty good. And it's not great. It's pretty good. It's not great. Yeah, that's true. I'm also thinking that the Borg cube can regenerate, but if you hit it with one blast, that's going to be pretty much it for you. Zissou, how are you? Good to see you. Funny, but no. That's pretty cool. That's actually not too bad. Again, there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do that's going to be perfect for Worf here, so I'm just... Let's go back to this. Okay. An army of Daleks or an army of Borg? Oh, Greg asking the right questions. That's a really good one. I think Daleks can fly. Their energy output on their weapons is higher. They kind of are a little bit indestructible, whereas Borg have shields that can adapt, but they're not indestructible once those shields are broken through. That's a good one. Let's see if we can fake a Batleth here. Is that too big? That might be too big. Yeah, I think I'm going to lean on Daleks for that one. This is Batleth-like. That is a good question. That's way too big. Wow. Oh, we're getting into Bionicle stuff now. Giant weapons. Sword. Do they have anything that's just sword? I just need like a scimitar or something. Not that big. Because that's way too big for a... Yeah, let's just do this little one. We get the idea. Use a Klingon. Cool. Save as... USS Defiant. Yeah, Borg also were, at some point, other sapient creatures. Or other bipedal humanoids. And Daleks are always just Dalek. They're mutated into being hated or hateful. All right, so let's throw a couple round plates in here to start. About that size. He's going to be sitting here. We just watched a bunch of episodes of Doctor Who this weekend. The Friends group are we're catching up. We are now up to like season 12. So we just found this. So we're still in Whitaker, and we just discovered that the special agent is the Master. So he's the new Master. And it was a great reveal, and none of the friends really kind of knew that it was going to happen. I didn't. I remember watching it going, oh, I had no idea. That was cool. So, so I'll probably put him where this dish is, where the circular part is, which is like the... I like that there's a bridge in here that it's hidden. There's not like a big dome where, oh, well, the important people sit there. You know, let's shoot that first. Because I don't think they sit here. I think it's back in here, but I may be wrong. I think this is all sensor pod stuff. But I don't know. This piece is definitely going to be slope. Oh my god, Missy was the best. I'm also trying to remember, like, I need to go read a wiki about the show and try to remember what happened to her. This piece right here. This is going to be the piece. And this is all going to be gray. Sorry. I know gray spaceships, whatever, but it's going to be that. She was... last I knew, she was being held by Capaldi in that vault, and then they released her to go do something. But then I don't remember what happened to her after that. I think she died. She turned on them, and I thought she killed Oswald Oswin. During there was the Zarkon, the Volgon invasion, whatever it was, where they took over the planet. And now we don't know which one Oswald is. But I thought she died in that, so maybe she regenerated somewhere else? I don't know. Alright, so then we've got curved slopes. It's going to be curved slopes over here, like that. Like that. Maybe even like this. This is coming together entirely too fast. Somebody slow down. Okay, and then maybe move him up Let's group him all together. Move him up to right about there, maybe, and sit him down in there. Maybe a little more. Let's do that. There we go. Cool. Yeah, she was phenomenal. Like, I think Capaldi's run on the show was entirely underrated. We went back and rewatched it, and just it was so well written, and it was like such a relief from Matt Smith being all like hijinks and sexy times and, you know, fun, blow 'em up, giant universe-ending stuff, and like the writing on Capaldi was just, it was witty and it was a little gruff, and it was just like, it was, the writing was just the best part of that. So yeah. Cockpit needs to be pulled out a bit. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Oop. Probably looks a little better. I don't want this to get too big. It's not a huge ship, but I also have a tendency to make these a little bigger just because, you know, you want it to look cool, but in the end you've got this thing that's like this big, and that's not a microfighter anymore, so I don't want it to get too unwieldy. What about Sasha Darwin take? What about Sasha Darwin take? Sasha Darwin. I don't know who Sasha Darwin is. Let's look that up. Yeah, so we were just talking about how we just got to him. I didn't realize that was the actor's name. His reveal was great. Where he was the MI6 Agent O, and the reveal on the plane. We just left it, like, our friends were over watching. We watched like one of the Christmas specials that was right before this, and then this one. And I'm like, this is definitely going to be a 3-episode day, because I know that this one's going to end with them doing this thing, and then they have to, you know. And so they're on the plane, and he F's out with those aliens, and they're like, the plane's just crashing, and then the credits roll. And I was like, all right, let's go. 3rd episode. And our friend's like, I actually have a really bad headache. I need to go lay down. I'm like, oh, crap. But yeah, his reveal on the show was wonderful. And this we're going to stripe with like tiles and stuff. We want to bulk this up a little bit. So maybe this is going to be 2 of these. Do we get any smaller round plates than this? We do. Look at that. Cool. And then curved slope. I'm gonna try this real quick. See if this looks good. This is a sand blue. And then this guy can get met in the middle here. That's not too bad. And I think these guys then need to come up a little bit, maybe 1. Jump up. Maybe not that much, but that may work once they go across. Pull them all the way into the center by one stud, I think. It will look right now. Pull what into the center? Yeah, it needs to be a little longer, but I don't know if I want this piece. I mean, we can try that. See, that's him sitting there, though. I don't want him sitting there. I want him lower. Come on, why won't you turn? Just gonna eat that blade. Okay. Now move that guy. This guy's gonna have to live like right there. Which might be okay. If I do it too low. Maybe. Okay. Move these guys back. Oh, why is everything like half a step off here? Who's your favorite Doctor Who sidekick? You mean companion? We don't call them sidekicks. They have names. No. Let's see. Who is my favorite? So I've always been a fan of Donna. But I think Donna gets a little... the reason I like Donna is it wasn't about a will they, won't they, sexy times thing with them. It was she was just a pretty good foil for Tennant, right? They're both very good comedic actors, or very good actors, but both also had some comedic chops, and they could play off each other pretty well. That needs to line up a little bit more. Okay, but I just needed to line all that up because it was all off by like 1/2 thing. Through the whole course of Doctor Who, I liked Ace. I liked Sarah Jane. I don't really remember a lot of the stuff from before Sylvester or Sylvester McCoy. I'd like to go back and watch him again, but that's a hard watch, man. Like, you got to be dedicated to want to watch that old of Doctor Who. Okay, so I want to do plate, and I want this to be hot orange. I've always had a bit of thing for Martha too. I liked Martha quite a bit, and I thought she yeah. See, I didn't have that turned on, and now I'm regretting it. So let's see what colors this does come in. Dark bluish gray. Will that ruin it? Maybe not. What plate is this? So I thought she was good because she was smart and she was able to figure things out, and she kind of put herself in peril a lot. And yeah, I was wondering why I got too many colors when I was picking that. While I like and I haven't seen the new one yet. I haven't seen any of Shooty-Gatwa's stuff yet. So I don't know what the blonde girl's like or anything. I didn't like that Whittaker got 3 companions like right off the bat. I thought that was a kind of a crappy thing for them to do to her, to say, okay, first female doctor, and to hedge our bets, we're going to load this cast up with a bunch more people, rather than kind of let her... Like, Capaldi went off on his own quite a few episodes. Matt Smith was... Lost everybody. Waiting for it to come back up. Let me know when you can hear me again. Okay. I don't know what happened, but I think the cable came loose and it tried to go to Wi-Fi and then it couldn't find a Wi-Fi connection. So I've got these cables. I need to get a new cable. I got like 50-foot Ethernet cables, but it's the clips broke off. So now they just kind of sitting there and they can get bumped out real easy. No, it wasn't OBS. It was my own dang bad equipment fault. But yeah, Prism, definitely. I think I'm going to research that this weekend. I had to reset up the camera again when I started. And I'm like, I set everything up. I'm like, sweet. Went got water, went got a beer, came back, hit thing, camera was off. And I'm like... So, anyway. I was... Never lost you. All right, cool. So, that's a really good view. Oh, this is a great view. This is a good view because it's got these little guys in it too. I have to remember that the second bit back here will have to be... See, this is where it gets hard because you want to have maybe like this, but that's too far out. You know? And then you could do inverted curve slope. That might work. So, but in order to make that work, it has to fit in here. And we'll do this way. Curve slope. So it attaches okay. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. I'll go like that high. Yeah, that'll be good. And then it'll have an attachment in the middle here. And then we will do 1x1 plates. So, yeah, I don't like that they didn't give, what's her name, a fair shake to start. Which is fine, because I think she kind of proved the naysayers wrong about being a competent character actor and filling the role and everything. And I just think they could have given her a better shot by not stacking her with a bunch of companions right off the bat. I liked Yaz. I was okay with Graham. I like kind of old duddery kind of characters, whatever. Ryan, I was not like thrilled about his character. He was giving him dyspraxia and everything. I'm like, man, it's one thing if he was dyslexic or he had like a learning condition or something like that, but something where you actively fall down a lot and lose your balance and don't have a lot of spatial thing, and you're like in a bunch of action oriented situations, that's gonna get your people killed. So I was like, I wasn't really thrilled about that choice, but let's see if this fits in here. Okay, pretty good. And then I can attach, I don't know what the underside is going to look like. I don't know that I'm going to get an underside from any of these images. You don't really want to see the underside of your hero ship. They always want to look at the glamour shots always up top. Unless it's like a ship like the Enterprise where seeing it kind of in orbit looks really good. Oh, here, it's got kind of a cavity in it. Oh, it's not a very large image. There's kind of an image. So yeah, it actually doesn't have a lot going on in here. Curved plates. There's this bit, and then there's this bit. I could almost do that. Still don't have a way to attach that guy, so that's going to be a little weird. Yeah, these are rad. I like them. If I could figure out a way to just have this guy be there. We could not do this guy and do one of these instead. This just looks cooler. It's because it's got the stuff on it. But it doesn't have to be that. I could get a sticker or something. So let's put them over here, just for now. Get rid of these guys. And then do... Okay. This doesn't need to be 2 plates. This can be this. A 3 stud long curve. So a curved slope, that's 3. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. I think that one's a bit high. But that does work. I'm not abandoning you yet. And then this can be... See, it's always like different little markings, like what model you're looking at. Do you want these little black things in there? Do you want it to be colored right there? Let's do these little markings. I think that'd be cool. And I could almost just do... Is it tile modified? Okay, cool. Coming together. Make sure to save. So the Defiant is a really rad ship. I always liked it. This one, this might be a Lego model that could use some stickers, because it's so, like, Star Trek stuff is so smooth and so plated, round plated, with no greebling on it. There's so little greebling on this that you kind of have to have stickers on it. And I think, I wish I could get a better top view. Oh, here's a little thing. Yeah, this is like torpedoes or sensors. It's pretty cool looking. Very round up front. There's your engines, and then it's not more round in the back. It's just got these wedge plates. So let's do wedge plates for the base. Maybe about this size. Cool. And then how does it level off? And then it's got those things on it. So maybe this again. That. That's fun. He's sitting in an area that would have a very obvious rounded thing, so we're gonna have to avoid that. But all right, time to start tying this all together. So he's got to sit here. This has got to be a 6 plate or a, let's see, corner plate, or all right, well, I'll just do this. So the weekend is coming up. Does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I'd like to reiterate that if you haven't seen Transformers 1 yet, highly recommended. Like, for real. I cannot express how entertaining. Oh, you know what? This needs a... That's right. It needs a deflector. Oh, no. This is so dumb. I hate this. There. Yeah, so if you get a chance, really go see it. It's really, really good. I had a really good time watching it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, plates. And then I'm going to do round tile. And we're going to use these newish pieces. Actually, it needs to be a lot more raised up. So this update is a little squirrely. I'm not really sure if it's me or if it's the update, but I feel like things are just like popping up. There's really not much to this back end here. It looks like that's the front end of it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're at we're at 38 pieces, and like I almost don't want to mess it up any more than it has to be. So let's do tile modified. Losing my voice. All the fun is in the front. I think that might be too much. Especially since these don't come in anything but those weird colors. Yeah. And they're not really round. I don't like how some Lego pieces are like these plates. Round corner, but they're not like really round. You know, they've got kind of like they're a little more. It bothers me a little bit. Oh, that still needs to be attached up there. Why is that so off? I just noticed that. It's like half a plate off. This whole thing. That's really going to screw everything up. This whole thing is like half a plate off in every direction. Hey, ma'am. Oh, I'm just a wee baby. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Oh, say hi. Everybody say hi. Say hi, Aggie. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? No, don't lick my face. I don't like that. Say hi. Say, I wish Daddy would come pet me and stop playing with his stupid stuff. Just sweet little baby. Look at that face. Look at that face. This face is shifty. This face knows some stuff. Hey, you want to sleep in your bed? Yeah, I swear it does this like all the time, especially like base plates. It's just like, no, I think we're just gonna put that there. Like, why? Okay, that's okay. That's holding it together there. I kind of wanted this not to be here. I wanted this to be a little longer. But I almost feel like I could get away with putting a inverted. I don't know why I typed that. I know what it's called. I can do that. And then an inverted tile. Get one of these fancy new. They don't come in that color. God love it. So maybe 2 of these. And then do that back here. And then we're going to do another one of these things. And I can fill in this area in here with something. Plates. Now, I always want to put this in here, but I don't know, like, it may just be a, one of those, like, holdovers to where they originally did that, for, like, the X-Wings and stuff, but all the original, microfighters had, like, these little things on them. The little cockpit, so I always kind of want to put one on there if I can, because I think it's cute. They always have those. Alright, so what does the back of this look like again? So there's nothing to it. There's nothing there. Just for fun, I think I'm going to put... No, maybe not. Oh, I know it would work well right here. Rail. Perfect. Just a little bitty thing. And then a plate. I'm going to do plate in here. Actually, I'm going to do a round plate so I can keep track of where everything is. And for God's sake, give it some color. This is another little thing about this that I don't like is I want to be able to give these little red highlights on stuff, but there's just no way I can make those that small. So this is all going to have to be stickers somehow. Tile. Round. So what I might do is just do this, since that's the front of that, and then just make these just regular tiles. It's not just Star Wars that does all the gray. You're right. Something about spaceships, man, that gotta be gray. You know what? Let's do some ingots. There's very little opportunity to greeble this thing up, so let's put some ingots on here. That'll help a little bit. I think I'm done. I can't really feel like I'm doing much more than this. Like, I kind of want to put these guys on there somehow, but I don't know where to put those. Round 1x3 round. They have the new 1x3 round plates. Like that. Yeah, not bad. I might have to print some stickers because, you know, you want some... Now I know why there are stickers. It's for the ships like this, you know. But, you know, microfighter that's 57 pieces. That's not terrible. Oh, I was going to fill this in. With, let's do these guys. I'm a little worried that these aren't held together very well. That might be okay. Okay. Well, there you go. There's that. Yeah, and this is one of those where it's done. I don't really want to mess with it too much. It's a first foray. It's a second foray into Star Trek. So I can get 2 Star Trek ships now. And honestly, it being a little smaller kind of works. I could even make the Galaxy class a little bigger than this. So that works pretty well. Although I don't want it to be too much bigger than this. This is actually a pretty big one. So, yeah, I think I'm done. I know we had a couple weird little downtimes with the loss in connection and everything, but I'm going to go call it a little early tonight. I mean, I can't think of anything to do for 15 minutes. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I should be back on Sunday. I don't think there's anything on my calendar that says I can't stream on Sunday. So, there is a hockey game, but it's not here. It's in Colorado. And it's not until 6 o'clock. So it's a pretty big one, James. Pretty big one. So I'm going to go watch West Wing and walk on the treadmill for a little bit, and hope that you guys have a good rest of your night. And if you get a chance, go see Transformers 1. It's pretty good. I liked it. If you're a Transformers fan, I think you'll enjoy it. Unless I don't want to say you're one of those Transformers fans, but I think the hate really is coming from the fact that I think it got publicized really poorly. So I don't think the PR firm did it any justice. It's quite a solid film. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on Sunday. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Be safe and build lots and play well. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.